When life throws you a curveball, how are you going to handle adversity? Welcome to the Fearless Mindset Podcast, where you're about to go on a journey as I interview security, business, and entertainment leaders on what it takes to stay fearless. I'm your host, Mark Ludlow, and enjoy today's episode. For me, it's been all about relationships, creating the trust with people, getting to know people. And that's truly what TEPP is about. That Mike created this thing, 4 years ago? We were one of the first sponsors of it. I believe in his vision of what he's trying to do with TEPP. And he shared with me, I'm like, hey, everybody else is doing it, doing something. Why not follow through on your vision of what you want to do for Texas? So it's truly about creating relationships with individuals in Texas and getting to know them on a personal level, not just business. So I think a lot of times we get focused on the business side of things. We don't really know what that person that owns that business is going through. Maybe cancer hit the family, maybe kids, having issues and some depression issues, or you got to take a deeper dive to get to know people. And I truly think once you take a deeper dive to get to know people and what they're going through in their lives, that's when you make the changes and impact in the industry. I would say what we just experienced tonight here at Frisco Cowboy headquarters is spending time with each other, what's going on in your life. And people will start sharing the more intimate side of what they're dealing with day in, day out. For me, it's not about the work you're doing in the industry of executive protection, but for me is giving some people hope and a vision that they can be better than just an EP agent. They can be a better wife, a better father, a better husband, a better son, be better, just for impact the industry in a positive way. For me, that's what I got out tonight. We had a huge, I think this is probably the biggest record attendance that Mike's had. I think over 170 attendance, and this place is packed. The lobby is packed full of people from all over, I think one guy came down from Minnesota, people came from Tennessee, and some people came from overseas too. So this thing's blowing up. And Mike says it's just Texas, but it's getting bigger than that. There's a saying that says iron sharpens iron, and I truly believe that's what you get by this environment that Mike created, is just elevating in the conversation, elevating each other. Hey, I've been doing this. We've been using this company for quality control for our exec protection team, and you have a conversation with somebody that gives you a fresh idea that you think of. Because when you're in the middle of building a business, your brain's stuck there. And sometimes when you come to an event like this, you get a third-party opinion looking at your situation and go, oh, I had the same thing happen to me 6 months ago. This is what we did. Oh, I wish I had known that. It would have saved me thousands and thousands of dollars of stress and agony and pain by just that one little piece of advice that because of what was created through TEPP, you had that conversation. I started a podcast, 5 years ago in the middle of COVID, and I can usually come in a room like this and half the people know me already before I know them because of the podcast, which is very unique. But it's definitely helped me refocus my motivation in the industry. Versus most business owners have a motivation of what can I get out of you? I flipped that switch in my head, like how can I serve you? And I get the most reward by watching other people grow and explode and just win in life and win in business. And that's the real joy of what I get out of this. Have I met clients out of this? And yeah, there's been potential clientele. I've met some CISOs. I've been in some family offices in the last 3 years. I've come to TEPP. And so it's definitely organically exploding more than I think Mike planned on it. And it's amazing to watch for me. I would say it's a great investment personally. It will help you gain the trust of decision makers in different businesses that are coming to this. It's hard to make the same connection over a phone or a Zoom call, but here people shake your hand, hear your tone of your voice, look in you straight in the eyes, and actually that trust is created in person versus over the phone. I strongly advise people that are new coming in the industry that want to get exposed to the leaders in the industry in Texas. I would advise them to invest in themselves, get a hotel, stay at the same place where TEPP is being held. It's worth the investment. And what will happen is you go out getting lunch at the bar, get drinks at the bar, you start bumping into people that are attending, and that organically creates a network networking opportunity for you that you won't get at home. Sorry, LinkedIn is not in person. Sorry, Facebook is not in person. Sorry, social media is not in person, but truly, it will be 10 times that in person at a TEPP event for you. I think LinkedIn and all those social media platforms are a great tool, but nothing beats the tool of human experience and a handshake and face-to-face. What we're doing as Level Security Group now is we're giving back in the industry. What I mean by that is we started a chauffeur driving course, and we're going to be launching our first one in probably Frisco in December. And it's going to be basically a chauffeur driving course. It's not going to be defensive driving tactics, and we're going to make it affordable to where the agent's going to actually afford it and teach them how to drive A to B, ram on the back of the car with an open cup of coffee in the console so it doesn't spill. And a lot of the schools are training the defensive tactic type of style of driving, and we're hearing from our clients they don't want that. And so by listening to our clients, say, hey, can you offer these courses? So we're going to start doing that. We're also going to start some networking events under the Fearless Mindset podcast kind of media thing, and we'll offer that by open bar, maybe a couple hours, at a bar somewhere in probably Dallas, maybe Austin, Texas in the future, and just bring people together. That's the only purpose. Not trying to get rich off people, trying to provide an opportunity outside of social media. I really feel the upcoming generation is reliant way too much on social media to make connections. It just stopped working. It's backfiring. And that's kind of how we're going to get back to the EP industry. And it's ever growing in Texas. As you see in the news, it's growing like crazy, and you can't keep up with all the construction on the road. Nobody wants to drive anymore because it's growing at such a rapid clip, which means there's going to be a lot of businesses coming in, a lot more executives coming in. And looking at the consensus and the data reports, you have trillions of dollars in the next 5 to 10 years coming in the Texas market, and it's not going to slow down. So I think we all need to contribute to the next generation. That's my goal as the owner of the company, is making an impact in the next generation. I think training, for me, I just put myself through the Gavin D. Becker Threat Assessment Academy. And so as a leader of the company, I am trying to be at the forefront of the changes in the EP industry, because a lot of companies just don't want a bodyguard parked in the front yard on the driveway. They just don't want that. And I think project we're working on is protective intelligence and threat case management. And you got to put those together as a product, because the reason why a lot of companies are using the big three is because they offer all those in one-stop shop. So we're going to get in more aggressively into protective intelligence and threat management as a company and offer that to our clients. We're still a boutique firm. That's why we get called by a lot Fortune 500, Fortune 100 company, because we are such a small company and we're agile and we can adjust and grow with those opportunities. I can see Mike as always. I know he wants to keep this TEPP Texas for Texas, but you have to remember too, I think Mike and TEPP is reaching a global audience. We have people from all around the world coming to this event now. And I think it's definitely worth your investment of your time, your resources, and your money to come to the event and check it out for yourself and create your own story so you can be on an interview like me telling your story. And I think impacting each individual one at a time will change the industry one person at a time. But yeah, I'm excited for Mike and to see where this goes. And thanks for having me.